6. Everyday life in the Soviet Union, the shopping runaround. The outsider Smith was head of the New York Times office in Moscow on 1974. The following passage is adapted from Mr. Smith's books. The Russia which was published in 1976 by Quaterno for the New York Times Book Company. When I had heard about customer subscribes before going to Moscow, but only when we began to shop there did the Russian customer programs really have meaning for me. Customer, the word override in lines, but Soviet lines have a special quality of their own. Typically, the Soviet War women spent 2 hours a day in line, 7 days a week. Personally, I have known of people who stood in the line 90 minutes to buy four pineapples and three-quarters hours to buy three layered heads of kebji, only to find the kebjis were gone as they approached the front of the line. Line can run for a few yards to nearly a mile. Some friends of ours watched a line of people in the Moscow singing up to barracks. The line lasts today and nights and ran for across a through an apartment development. So, in spite of all of this, the natural reaction of a Russian woman when she sees a line forming is to get in it immediately even before she knows what is being sold. However, Soviet lines are more real than they appear. In most stores, for example, supermarkets stand in not one but three lines of any purchase. The first, to select a purchase and find no is praise. The second, to pay a cashier somewhere else in the store and get a receipt. And the third, to go pick up the purchase and turn in the receipt. 3. Within the dairy store one morning, I found out that the game is both simpler and more complex than that. I went in to buy some cheese, butter, and bouillon sauce, which were in the three spare departments, each with its own line, 9 lines. 4. Rather quickly, through I noticed that experienced shoppers were skipping the first stage. They knew what most items cost, so they went directly to the cashier for their receipt. After studying prices, I did that too. Then I went to the cheese line, to the longest, probably 20 people, to get the worst over with first. I was in line less than a minute when the woman in front of me asked me to hold her place. She turned off to the butter and milk line. The cheese line was moving too slowly that she got her butter and milk and returned before we had advanced 3 feet. I decided to take the risk too, and I got back with my butter while the cheese line was still launching along. 5. Then it suddenly occurred to me that all over the store, people were getting into line, holding plates, laying, measuring. Everyone was using the cheese line and home base. That was why it was barely moving. It kept expanding in the middle. So I got the man behind me to hold my place, and I ran off to buy my bologna. Over again, it's work. It took me 22 minutes to buy butter, sausage, and cheese, but instead of being furious, I felt as if I had beaten the system. 6. The competitive shopping gives an atmosphere of tension to Russian life. People burn into stores and bump into each other with face set in combative expression. You have to understand, said a kind gray-haired person, that for as long as we can remember, shopping has been a struggle, life is a struggle. 7. There is hardly any effective advertising to help shoppers. Americans complain about the constant commercial in the United States, but they may reconsider if they were exposed to the consumer blackout in Russia. A typical Soviet it might be if you want to live to a ripe old age and be beautiful, modest, true, and cheerful, dainty. Most, most newspapers publish without ads. The shopper has no hardly yellow page or daily newspaper supermarket or department store ads to help her decide where to shop. 6. Bayberry is widespread low paid $60 to $20 monthly sales clerks take a proportion of attractive items and sell them secretly to regular customers who have either left a brief in advance or can be counted on to pay a high price on delivery. 10 or 15 rubles on a 60 ruble raincoat to standard. In 1976, the ruble was equivalent to 1,332 dollars. And last, number 9. So common is this practice that the Soviet press is always complaining about it, but it doesn't do any good. Crocodile, the Soviet humor magazine, once showed a department store employee promoting some newly arrived items. Their customers in the leather coats department, 300 imported women purchases have been arrived. 450 of them have been brought by store employees. 49 are under the counter and have been entered in the advance for their friends. When purchased in the display windows, we invite you to visit the leather department to buy these purse. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.